Man, I'm so tired of doing this. Holy shit. I can't. I can't. I just, I'm having a hard time sucking back the stupidity. And I can't. And this Pope thing, the whole fucking charade of the Vatican people. It's a joke. It's a scam. It's for the bank account. Those are not men of Jesus. For if they were, they'd be spreading the word. Hey guys, you got to be in Jesus. He's in you. You got to return the favor. Where are all the indigenous women going, Carl? I don't know. Like, do you want to keep blaming that on me, Storm? I'd like to end it. You know what I mean? Let's all find our own power. Let's all find the answers. Let's find out who's fucking with the indigenous women. Can we do that, Storm? Can you be brave and strong? Maybe it's the same fuckers who are hurting the children, eh? Maybe. Eh? Should we take a look at Klaus Schwab? Eh? They're all in trouble, Storm. The whole shebang, the whole world right now is in trouble. Just following fucking Satan. No one cares about the indigenous women. You're right. No one cares about the children. No one cares that there's fucking douchebags fucking running this operation. We can't even figure it right from the fucking start. Right from the start. Hey, we go into debt. Hey, do we ask ourselves, who are we going in debt to? Like, who are we going into debt to? You know what I mean? See, that's the thing. You got to go into debt to somebody because, well, you let a few douchebags own all the fucking all the keys to the kingdom. You know what I mean? You said, yeah, you little dirtbags, you can own everything, even though God gave it to, for us all to share. You guys take ownership of it all. It's weird. But yeah, I'm tired of watching this Pope shit. The Mahadi, the Mahadi. Like I want to believe in the Mahadi. I listen to him and I'm just like, no. Like I watched one of his supporters, no, his followers. Hey, bud, you follow a man, you're gonna go straight to Helsky there, dude. But I couldn't help notice in the background, there's a great big picture of the Mahadi. You know what I mean? With the Mahadi doing this. You know that stupid sign you see all of them making? Like they're part of something and know something that somebody else doesn't know. Oh my goodness. It's a fucked up world, man. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just getting my brain back. Narcissism, they can put a fucking damage on your brain. Holy shit. Huh. And it'll always come back to you. It doesn't matter the fuck conversation. Yeah. That's why so many people just give up. I'm not fighting. I agree with you. I'll take your brain on. Don't hurt me. Anyways, I'll just tell you a little story. Well, I'm out here. I'm talking with my brother-in-law, right? And I'm just asking the question. I don't know the fucking answer, okay? I'm like, hey, dude, you ever think about cigarettes? Because I'm a smoker, right? I'm like, you ever think about cigarettes? Are those chemicals that are bad in cigarettes, are they necessary? I mean, the nicotine in it is natural, you know what I mean? But the other shit, the cancer causing shit, like, I don't know, is the tobacco the cancer causing issue or is it can we get all natural cigarettes made without chemicals? I was just asking the question to him, you know what I mean? I wasn't saying they were good for you or bad for you. I was just saying, hey, Why does it have to be this way? You know what I mean? I'm just asking the question. And then we got on to in cannabis. I just asked him another question. I knew the answer, and I said, "Hey, bud, did you know the reason they outlawed cannabis wasn't because of the THC stuff, bud. She was because the paper industry and all that shit, they would take a wallopance." You know what I mean? And well, that's how it started, anyways. Right? But he knew that. But anyways, so my wife comes in, and somehow it got twisted into now all of a sudden she wanted to talk about how they made drugs legal to make money. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and then tried putting it off on me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How the fuck did we even get here? And then the conversation slowly subsided. And I was like, and then they started talking about their grandmother. And she was like 104, but she had her brains about her. So we were having a conversation, and I was like, that's amazing that she still had all her wits about her, like at that age. You know what I mean? Like, it was an amazing thing to see or hear. And they were like, no, I almost wonder if it would have been better for her because her body wasn't operating the way that she wanted it to, that maybe it would have been best that she didn't have her mind. And I'm like, I can kind of see what you're saying, but I don't know. I not for me. I'd always want my mind, you know what I mean? That way, if the body was given out and stuff like that, you could at least say, "Hey, I got a problem here. Maybe we could fix it," rather than just. Anyways, that was just my side, but they want to be not there. Anyways, but then we got into like euthanization or whatever because Canada has the MAID program, right? So I was like, hey, like, think of it this way, like, then you can make your own decisions, you know what I mean? But Canada did try making it legal for crazy people, depressed people, making it legal for them. But well, doctors just couldn't come to terms with that. So now they're getting retraining. And my wife's like, well, that's a good thing. And I was like, oh my fucking goodness. How's that a good thing, Joe? Why are psychiatrists that don't talk to people in charge of fucking deciding whether crazy people should die or not, anyways? There must be some sort of humanity left in them. They do not talk to people. And she agreed. Yeah, that's not their job. That was later in the conversation, though. So I was like, and she was like, "It's good that they're going for retraining." I go, "No, Joe, actually, it's bad because nobody talks to people anymore, and that's probably the problem. We can't find the root cause because we don't look for it because we think it's in a fucking pill." And she was like, "No, retraining is what they need." I was like, "What? So they can fucking kill people?" No, so they have a full understanding. What's going on? I was like, "Hey, Joe, how about the full understanding of, hey, we shouldn't kill people. We should fucking help them with conversations. Not let them think that they're crazy. Let's try and work the crazy out of them, but no, retraining." So, anyways, somehow, because I wouldn't agree with her, fucking went back to the freaking marijuana, and we had an episode where I was, like, fucking begging for her to stop, and no, 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 and then I couldn't leave. I actually ran outside to go have a cigarette. I was like, and anyways, I had to come back in because I had fucking food cooking on the stove, and I was like, "I can't do that." So I go back, and I cook some food, and I take the fucking brain beating, and it got back to, it's your fault. I've set you up. You can have anything you want. You can have a psychologist. And I was like, hey, but I never got it out. But what I wanted to say was, hey, I don't know if I trust psychology. They tried making Jordan Peterson have retraining because they didn't like what he was saying. And He was just saying fat wasn't beautiful. You know what I mean? Or something like that, or it made sense to me, whatever the issue was. And so, well, then again, now maybe because they wanted him retrained, that's you know, school of psychology. And but the retraining must have worked because Jordan Peterson wants some speech stop now. So I don't know. They must have did a fucking number on him, eh? Oh, what hypocrites we become. Maybe they gave him a cocktail in training. Hey, you need a drink, Mr. Peterson? Here's some stupid juice for you. This will make you look like a hypocrite all over the place. This will make you stay loyal to Netanyahu. Oh my goodness. But anyways, it is hard. Like finally, and it was her food I was cooking for her too. And finally I got it done. I ran outside and I got away. But sometimes it takes a half an hour to get their fucking brain out of your fucking head. It's just like I'm like trying to explain to her, I need someone who understands God and also understands fucking, hey, where's Carl Young when you need him? I don't know. AD, I think if I explain my experience to Jordan Peterson, he might believe in God and he might want to get his shit together. You know what I mean? That'd be a good thing. That's what I'd like. I'd like, hey, bud, let's watch some of your speeches back about the fucking truth and shit. They really did inspire me. Maybe we can get them to inspire yourself. Hey? When the teacher gets taught by himself. That's a miracle. Hey, D, that'd be fucking fantastical. A Seahawks dream. Using people's stupidity against them to teach themselves a lesson. You're part of it. Hey, D. You can get to teach yourself your own lessons, buddy. It's going to be great. You're going to go back through all the footage we ever had together. If you want to come to Jesus, not come to me. You just can't hate me. You gotta fucking find a reason why you fucking hate me and release it. I don't hate you, bud. I don't hate little me. I don't hate Troy Solinger. I got a soft spot for Troy now. I want to tell you, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you think some weird shit, and you want to talk to people because you're like, "Fuck, this ain't fucking normal." I remember telling my wife, and I think it was before things were getting really weird. I remember saying, "Hey, look, for some reason in my head, I'm thinking Troy Solinger's my friend and he's doing me favors, but I know it's not right. Like, I know the things that he's done. Why am I thinking these crazy things, Joe? Well, little did I know. Troy Solinger did me the best favors a fucking human being can do for another. He fucking destroyed me, broke me as a man, and well, here I found myself needing to put myself back together after wanting to end it all, 80. Hey, man, those people who tell you all the time they're going to end it, they're usually not the ones who are going to end it. You got to watch the ones that I'm telling you what to watch for. This is what happened to me, bud. This is what happened to me because I was a proud man. I knew I was mentally broken. I knew I couldn't go to work, and that fucking broke me. It destroyed me, bud, right to the point where I wanted to go, right? But what happened at first was because I was broken, I separated myself from everybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to be alone. And then when I did start reaching out, my workplace friends, they were like, Jay Jameson, his last words to me ever were, well, it was in the conversation. It wasn't his last words. So I don't want to lie. I love you, brother, but I don't know what I'm allowed to talk to you about. I can't lose my stuff. So how about just being a fucking friend, dude? Let's try that. And then we'll see if Marwood will do an investigation, and then all you have to do is tell the truth. And I'm not telling you what it is, but you know what I mean? But when investigation time came around, well, what do we know, AD? We know Jay Jameson. Well, when Carl went off, Jay Jameson wasn't at work. Remember, Jay was telling Carl he might go off on mental leave, so there might be some doctor notage because he did tell me he's seen his doctor, but little heart, little ticker gave out on him. So he was off with a bad ticker. A little overworked, maybe. I don't know. Nothing was going on there. Jay wasn't feeling the impact at all. You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, and Jay Jameson is a fucking way better person than most of the people on YouTube. I'll tell you that. He'll never go out of his way to try and hurt anybody. In fact, he'll try and be your friend. But if he's gonna fucking lose something, he'll put the fucking screws right to you. But that's humanity today, you know what I mean? Looking out for uno numero rather than just telling the truth and then you can solve the problem and everybody can flourish. But instead, we want to stay in our little cocoon where we're warm and comfortable and we don't want to face anything if we have to tell the truth. You know what I mean? That's why I personally admire Julian Assange. He will not fucking bend the knee. He will stand on the fucking truth. And well, he gets suffered by the world. The world punishes him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Mike Pompeo was a Trump guy. And Trump certainly wasn't there for Julian Assange. I mean, for a man of transparency, you gotta know Julian wasn't fucking lying. He wasn't fucking getting fucking and a lot of the shit that he had was against Trump's adversaries. You know what I mean? But hey, he dropped the fucking Obama paperwork pretty fucking quick. But we do know the art of the deal. You gotta do whatever it takes, baby. Ah, shake and bake. That's where the art of the deal will get you. You'd have to admit to that, eh, Castro? The the art of the deal, the rules, eh? That's Satan, right? Like fuck. Deny. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Okay. That's the godly way. We don't care. We're businessmen and we can get away with it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Did anybody find out? Because I'm still curious. Like Doji that. You know what I mean? Did they take away the money for the Pentagon's movie projects? Did that happen, or are you guys still paying for your own brainwashing? I feel sorry for you because Canadians, they're getting walled. But don't worry, it'll be a tighter knit done under America because there's 100% tariff. If you put another perspective from somewhere else into the movies into America, it just won't be worth it financially. They're playing you like a oh, there you go, Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Ah, you know what I mean. Hey, don't worry. When it isn't affordable for China to make and send products over here, they'll send their people with $5 million to get a Trump card. Don't worry, they'll be well vetted. Hey. Gosh, well, now that you have put yourself back together, you should go back to work. Hey, bud, I got trauma. I need to release it. It's giving me PTSD. I gotta show the humanoids how to get rid of their shit. You know what I mean? And everybody runs from taking their shit. Narcissism, they don't like they take their own shit back. It takes a game plan. You gotta out mind fuck a narcissist. You know what I mean? You gotta put them right in their place. You gotta publicly humiliate them. That'll bring people to Jesus. You know what I mean? And it's only justice anyways. You know what I mean? If you're a narc, you deserve it. You know what I mean, Castro? I get into Jesus more than just on Sundays. Like, understand that he lives in you and you need to live in him. He loves you so much. He'll make you powerful, but he'll also, it's not Jesus that everybody says, no, it's not it's having Jesus and fucking you satanic fuck seeing the light in you. Sure, just trying to beat you, but Jesus is there. God is there saying, hey, get up, big boy. These guys ain't got shit. Nothing. Hey, Castro. Hey, bud, are you gonna do the B Millie thing? Eh? Are you interested in that? Because I'll push for it. I'll make a video to Scott the Skeptic. I'll start making videos to all of these guys. How about that? How about 50 off the top? I'll do one to him too. Hey, we'll get this thing fucking huge. Huge body. Massive. Lizard wears panty match. Hey? You're doing it for charity, eh? Check your cash though. Isn't that what you said, bud? Hey, that'll bring more faces to your little channel over there, eh, bud? A lot more. Think of how popular you can be. You can be famous like Johnny Depp. He's not gonna like his fame. I don't think. If he does, congratulations. Enjoy it while you got it. Because if you enjoy it, you're in for a rough fucking ride in the after ride. That's what I think. Johnny's gonna submit himself. I hope. I hope and I pray for Johnny. I hope and pray. But he is a man of many faces. You know what I mean, Cashville? He's a man of many faces. Oh, and there's AD to tell everybody too many shrooms. But you are a moron. You want to hate me so bad, and I'm a child of God. And if you hate me, that's like hating anybody, though. Everybody's a child of God. That's what I can't get through to you guys. Come on, find your inner child. But you're gonna have to open up your fucking brain and not be so ignorant and stupid. You're gonna have to take her to the limits, AD. You're gonna have to push yourself. So, and if your wife finds Jesus, oh boy, you're in trouble. She's gonna know. We need to take some time apart, AD. You're just not cutting it there, buddy. Your brain is still with George Soros and Bill Gates, and you're all full of hates. Boy, hey. Are you a Yahtzee player there, AD? Hey, Buckaroni? I hope not. You don't want to be identifying as anything these days other than a child of God. That's what I'm saying, bud. Lose your American citizenship. Be a citizen for God, not for America, bud. America sucks. Canada sucks. The world sucks. But if we gave it over to God, it could be good. You guys don't see that though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, you got three entities living in you. Hey, you need to get rid of the devil, AD. Like, not get rid of him. You can use him. Like he's a good tool. He is a tool. Who would go against God? Who would like, what is the purpose of it? To have people serve you? Meanwhile, God, I don't think he wants any. I think he just wants people to be happy and rejoice in him, and that's how you praise him. Not on your knees, fucking repeating what some fucking dirty little Mahati's saying to you. You know what I mean? He's dirty. He wants people's love. When he should know if he's a man of God, all he needs is the love of God. And if he had the love of God, then he just would want to help the people and not fucking rule over them. You know what I mean? The Mahdi doesn't even know the simplicities that go with spirituality. You know what I mean? But he is smart. He reads those bookies good. He's book smart. But that's not gonna take you to heaven, eh? AAD? Because I bet you, bud, I bet you in a spelling bee, you'd rip me apart. And probably rip me apart in a math test. But in being a human, that's where you lack. Wow, no, you play a human really well. It's the being that you lack. Unless, well, demonic beings, they're not really being. They're just sooner or later they're gonna get their fucking ass whooped. AD, you don't want those demons in you when they get whooped. You want to whoop them yourself. Get them the heck out of you. My brother, you guys want to talk about I was going through here. Boom. You guys let me know what you guys think of this stuff right here. I would appreciate it. If you're still here, Storm, I even would appreciate what you have to say. Castro, you too. So I'm watching this thing, and it's about the new uh, general surgeon or whatever you guys got over there in America, RFK friend or whatever. And this guy's saying she's a witch. I'm not even going to look into it. I don't care. But I did kind of care, but he's kind of going off and stuff that doesn't make sense in my brain, and I don't agree with him. So, but what he does is he has some scripture up here. And to me, it speaks to me. Like I said, you never know when God's trying to show you stuff. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from faith, giving heed to seducing spirits of doctrines of devils. Oh, what if Saguru is a doctrine of the devil? That's a lot of human souls, eh? A lot. I'm saying he's hanging out at the WF. That's got to be some bad news, eh? Right? Oh, that's you, eh, lady? Where, bud? When I tell you to get with Christ, where are my demons? Because I call you out for being a fucking pedo protector. Is that the problem? Like, hey, bud, who do you think God's going to be more proud of? Someone who's willing to stand up and say, I think there's a fucking problem here. Can we come together and take a look and use our little brains together? And maybe if there is a problem, maybe we should fix it. Or do you think he likes when you go up there and you're just like, "Oh, like what are you going to offer to God? What are you like, dude? Do you think your show is fruit for God? I hate to tell you, but what you're doing ain't fucking good. You know what I mean? But you do things your way and I'll do things mine. You don't even have to stop by to see how I'm doing. I've decided I'm not going back to your channel. You know what I mean? I gave you a fucking how many chances for just a conversation? And you can't because it's just entertaining for you to get other fucking meatheads up there and you sit back and fucking ha ha ha, look at me. I'll come in every once in a while and someone needs some blocking from Carl. But yeah, nothing but devils. So Guru, what about fucking Eckhart Tolle? Like teaching the world to be a big fat pussy. Like, do you think that's going to go over well with God? Like, do you think Eckhart Tolle is riding with Christ? Have you ever heard the way fucking Eckhart Tolle talks about Christ? He's bubblegum fucking Jesus all the way, baby. Oh boy. I don't know. And Henry Hildebrand, you know what I mean? And well, it's an ever expanding cult. Fuck, the prosperity teachers. Oh, what about the deliverance? Are they really taking demons out? Or is the truth the only thing that can release demons? I don't know. I don't know, but I think they're bullshit. Because if I had that superpower, I'd be fucking changing the world with it. You know what I mean? Old Billy Gates, I'd find a way. I wouldn't have to, I just, you know what I mean? I love you, Bill. This is to help the world. Release the truth on it. Get your demons out. But you said a lot back in my show. You said a lot back on my show. Well, okay, AD. Okay. Don't have me on when I said I don't want back on. Okay. There's your brilliance. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know what I mean? I love you and I want the best for you, but you want to be stupid. And it's just amazing to me. You don't want to learn anything. You want to be stuck in your head where you're right. And I feel so bad for you because I know what people are going through and what they don't want to face. But sooner or later, someone's gonna have to step up to the plate and fucking face their problems. Elite pedophiles are a problem. They're a problem. A real problem. If Bill Gates is one, he's a problem. If he's not one, then hey, maybe he's not a problem. You know what I mean? Maybe his fruits and vegetables are what's best for us. Maybe him owning all the farmland is what's best for us. Maybe his lab meat is what's best for us. Maybe. Who knows, eh? Maybe shooting shit into the sun is a great idea. And they're over there in the UK thinking they have the right to fucking decide whether or not that should be done, even though they just laid down solar farms all over the fucking place. But they're gonna block the sun out. This world is fucking retarded. Let me know where it's not retarded. You and Staggy are on a 30-day suspension. I don't care, man. I'm gonna probably unsubscribe, AD. I can't handle your stupidity anymore. And because I love you, it hurts me. Like, I'm only hurting myself when I listen to you. And I gotta stop hurting myself. I gotta stop giving myself unnecessary suffering. I gotta know that I tried, and sooner or later, you gotta cut ties. You know what I mean? That's like, fuck, dude, you have no idea how much sick in my stomach I feel. It's like knowing that your wife is now with God and fucking just fucking on the fucking dick of Satan, just like you, bud. Think you know everything. You think fucking if you will know somebody's right and you still fucking argue with them to make them think that they're wrong because fucking you just want to overpower their fucking brain. It's fucking gaslighting, AD, and he needs to stop. Gaslighting is when people find out there's God and they like to gaslight, f- lying is not good. You know what I mean? Lying is probably one of the worst things you can do. And maybe that's why Pinocchio is out there for us to learn at such a young age. But we don't. We don't teach our children the importance of not lying and how important the truth is. But hey, how can we tell our children when we don't want to accept it ourselves? You know what I mean? Just lay in comfort. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Let's get back to the and we went over the doctrines of the devils, and that's why I'm worried about all these souls. Imagine all these souls, prosperity, deliverance, and psychology, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Yeah, right. All right, and we'll keep going. This is one of the ones I really want you guys' opinions on. Goes back to the yin question. Okay. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats which God hath created to be received and thanking of them which believe and know the truth. Like, so there to me, it's telling me that my thoughts of the cycle of life and how we should be appreciating the animals and not treating them like dirt bags. You know what I mean? Uh, Makes me think like it's in the Bible, like that's what it's saying, right? Abstaining to marry, like Catholic priests aren't allowed to marry, are they? Like forbidding to marry. Isn't that what the church is doing to these men? Forbidding them to marry? I'm just asking the question. Um, like, for every creature of God is good and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. Like, that's pretty, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's pretty self explanatory, right? We should give thanks to the things that God gives us. You know what I mean? But we're entitled now, and we don't appreciate some things that I think we should appreciate. But I mean, for it is sanctified by the word of God and prayer. What's the word of God? We know it's not the Bible, right? We gotta understand the Bible tells us the word is not the Bible. It is Jesus. And what did he say? He was the truth, right? Because that's the way to God. So what I like to do is I like to take the word and change it with truth. Or you can change it to Jesus or Yeshua, because I don't think yet Jesus ever heard that name Jesus, but hey, we'll play the games because it's a game everybody knows. We just gotta switch the way we're doing shit. Instead of just believing, we start believing in ourselves and be in Jesus. And it's really simple. The Bible tells us to do it that way. You know what I mean? Pick up your cross. And does picking up a cross, AD, does it sound like a good fucking time, right? Right? So hey, if you're gonna be with Christ, you're gonna have to suffer a bit. But no one, this is the thing. If I had someone there to learn from, maybe I didn't have to go through all and maybe conversation. It's a weird world out there, you know what I mean? We'll just throw people in the hospital and not have conversations with them. We got the pill, Carl. This is gonna fix it. Can we talk about this? No. Oh, we're not gonna feed into your delusions. Well, how do you know if they're delusions if we can't talk about it? Oh, we just know we're professionals. We know it all. Hey, good day to you, Dr. Kevorkian. But yeah, with the word of God and prayer. And where does your prayer go? So you got to be with Jesus and God. Like we get that, right? sanctified by the word of God and prayer. Our prayers are to go to the Father, right? Like that's what Jesus taught us. He didn't say me. No, he said the Father. Like I think it's clear. Like you guys let me know where you're wrong. You guys are more Christian than I am. You guys know the words of the book better than I do. I'll tell you that. I haven't been able to read, right? Like this is I gotta take my time so I can so and then it says a good servant of Jesus Christ. I believe this is all on Timothy. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Jesus Christ, nourished up in the words of faith and of God. Oh, no, sorry, of good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained. Hmm. Now, what does that say to us? It says to me that if I am the advocate for Jesus, it is my duty to let you, my brethren, and I'm going to say my sister, to know what's up. But if I'm wrong, let me know because I don't want to go down. I don't want to I don't want to go down being a clown of ignorance with fucking AD. You know what I mean? I want some separation if AD is not going to change. I need some separation from this bullshit when I leave this world. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking find myself in hell and then fucking there I am greeting AD at the fucking door. Let me know where my demons are, AD. Yes, I know. Maybe. Like they say not to fear God, but I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? There's a great fear if I don't work in God and do the things that I believe God wants me to do. But then I'm like, hey, that's what I'm supposed to do. Why, why should I fight that? Why should I have to fight that? Because you guys don't want me to. You want me to do it the way you do it. You want me to do it. And that's being done all over the place. And I don't think it's working because we got a shitty world where Satan's running it. I'll try a different way. I'll try and spark somebody's brain into finding their own brain. I don't want to, Angie, that's the thing. I don't want your brain, bud. I don't want to be the great Kali with you, the Mahadi, I mean. I don't want you to follow me, bud. Christ was here. He sacrificed himself for you so you could learn his way because the people wanted it that way, not God. I don't think. I'm not speaking for God because I don't know, but I'm just giving another fucking way to look at it. Like everybody says, God sent his son here to be destroyed and killed. Well, I think he sent his son down here to see, hey, give the people a chance. And then, hey, yeah, who knows? Then you can go back to the Jews and say, hey, there is the prophecy of the two messiahs. You know what I mean? But maybe there never had to be two if they just would have accepted the first one. uh, you see how that's a hard sell. Hey, boys and girls, I'm the Mashiach. And well, hey, my Jewish friends, Jesus is the way. And the truth is the game. It is the game to play, right? What is the truth, though? Hey, this is where I could tell all the Jews and say, hey, you want to prove that Christ isn't real? Then get into the truth. Let's all find out together, huh? Let's undig the Vatican. Let's go through all our little stuff and find out what reality might be. They might be reholding, like not giving us all the information. You know what I mean? It's like the unintelligence agencies. We talk about the redacted stuff, AAD, the stuff you accept, stuff that's all blacked out. I don't know if I was James O'Keefe, I'd want to know why someone fucking raided my fucking house like a bunch of fucking Nimrods. And there I am, going out of my way to put the extra effort in to find out why. I wish I could go to the hospital and say, hey, why did you guys do this to me? Why did you guys put me through this? But I'm afraid they'd lock me up for being crazy, for thinking they aren't doing a good job. It's like, that's insane, eh? Well, yet I think I have proof, eh? Oh, it's all satanic, AD. He's fucking spread his seed all over everybody's brains. And he's used Bill Gates, George Soros, and Klaus Schwab to do his job. But if we throat punch that fucker, those three are right there, eh? They'll squawk like little babies. They'll fucking tell on everybody. Like, hey, George Soros joined Smittler, bud. Hey, he was willing to go to the other side. You think if he was in trouble, he would fucking try and switch sides or fucking tell on everybody that made him go to the other side or who's all working for? I'm telling you. That's if George gets past the strokes and heart attacks. And, it's going to be a hard pill for old Georgie to know that, well, he spiritually corrupted himself with stupidity and he put himself on the line. Nobody did it to him. He knew better. He wanted to play God. He feels like a god. Well, when you play God, sometimes you get funked by God. But really, it's not getting fucked by God because God doesn't want to fuck you. You only really fucked yourself. You know what I mean? That's why when I think like, hey, how does God deal with like, because he is loving, how is he able? And the thing is I don't think he has to. I think the people, you know what I mean? They wrote their own stories. Hey, was God involved in their stories or was Satan involved in their stories? I think a lot of people are gonna have Satan in their stories. But coming to terms with the fact that you've been tricked and fooled to come to Satan can be just as easy to come to God, and nobody wants to trick and fool you. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Jesus, you got to find your own way to Jesus. Nobody can help you. You got to do that yourself. And those who aren't into Jesus, like I said, I believe in the native stuff wholeheartedly. I believe that God sent people and got like they talk about the meat in Thanksgiving. I talked about that. Like they appreciate it. And anyways, you just got to go through the truth. You know what I mean? What is inside of you? Who are you? And once you figure that out, you'll notice all the bad stuff you used to be will stare back at you, and you'll identify it. That's why I say, Dr. Kevorkian, I'm not perfect. But here's where I'm going to get slam basted, and I don't think God, because I'm just questioning. I don't know the truth. But I don't think Jesus was perfect either. I don't think you can be perfect in a human meat suit. It's flawed. It's there to evolve. You know what I mean? We have to evolve ourselves. And I'm saying Jesus is as perfect as a God. Like that's the way to God. Like you don't that is perfection in its own, right? Like that is perfect. So yeah, but while he was on earth, I mean, he kicked over tables. He had That's why I'm saying all these people telling you not to have feels. No, you need to feel your feels and you need to understand why am I feeling this way? Not overreacting, taking some time to think about the situation and say, hey, did I cause this situation or is this being caused for me? And if it's being caused for me, that's just not fair. And I'm not going to take responsibility for it. Phew, bye bye. I forgive you. Why are you trying to hurt me? You're only hurting yourself. Please come to Jesus. Like, you guys get that stuff, right? Here's why I'm so desperate. I want my consciousness to grow, but I think in order to do that, you have to be around other conscious human beings, and that's how you really grow, you know? But who out there is really conscious? I don't know. Is there anybody out there that realizes if you hurt a human, it's not a good thing? Feelings don't count. Humans are being stupid, and you tell them they're stupid, and you give them a reason why they're stupid, and their fucking feelings get hurt. Fuck their feelings, but if you're out there trying to purposely hurt people, you got problems, man, and we can't figure that out. America, what the fuck are your armies and all that shit for? Not to protect your homeland. Does it make sense to protect your homeland? You have to go off land? Like, you don't get that that's wrong, right? You guys don't understand that that's wrong? AD and Snaggy, they can't even we keep going back to the weapons of mass destruction. That just never existed, and Bush just walked away from that, and Victoria Nuland got fucking promoted. Those were human lives. You guys know that, right? Not just not just not just ours, but American human lives. Over what? So they can fucking have extraordinary fucking sex parties with Nancy Pelosi? Oh my god. Power and control, it's a motherfucker. But you only have as much power and control as humans give you, right? That's the thing. This world could be so good. It could be so good if it was powered by God. But she's powered by Satan. And DJ Cleveland. What time are you thinking, DJ Cleveland? Give it to me Eastern Standard Time, bud. Nah? I changed your mind already? Uh, uh, Humans are resilient, says Dr. Kevorkian. Is your Jesus Jewish, Carl? Well, they say Jesus was a Jew, bud. Well, send me a warning or something first, DJ Cleveland, and I will if I'm available at that time, and chances are I might. Humans are resilient. They're stupid, buddy. They're ignorant. But like I said, I've seen what I can see what happened. It's all brainwashing. You know what I mean? You know, we can all make fun of like most of the town knows that Henry is a cult leader. You know what I mean? Nobody really cares. But how do those people fall for it? You get how they fall for it, right? Dr. Kevorkian. They love to be part of a group. It feels good knowing that someone's going to lead you somewhere special. When that someone special is you, when you're through Christ, you'll do special things through Christ. I promise you. You will do things you never thought were possible. You know what I mean? You'll be a transformed man. But he wasn't born in Jerusalem, Carl. Well, I don't care what Jesus was. I don't care what his name was. Like I said, he never heard that name. He never ever heard that name. And I'll use it because it's a character, but I don't care if he's fucking black or white or yellow or fucking. I hope he's purple now. And when he comes down, he's purple. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care about the nonsense that people care about. I don't care about this book. I use this book as a guide to guide me to Jesus and get an understanding that there's fucking 10 simple rules to follow to be with God. And we can't comprehend that. We can't even get past the fact that we need to be in the truth to be with God. And we all lie to ourselves and we lie to others to make them feel good. But if people knew their problems, maybe they can get them fixed. You know what I mean? Stop fucking lying to them. Stop enabling people. Be there for help, but don't be a fucking walking like you can only like that's the thing. Forgiveness is easy because you know they've done wrong. You don't want them to suffer after they leave here and you want them to be good. But to have them around you, dragging you down all the time is not what God intends for you, I don't think. You know what I mean? God wants you to rise above. And if you're hanging out with losers all the time, then you can't rise above. But always be there for a helping hand for the losers if they want to become winners. But being a loser feels good because then you never have to try to win. And elite pedophiles can run the world, and they like it that way. They love you guys. You guys are a big joke to them. I'm telling you. I have a feeling they fucking laugh at you fucking peasants. Ah, look how stupid they are. We, the WEF, go around telling people we penetrate governments. And well, look at who sponsors us. Every mega corporation in the world. No, welcome to DEI. And then Trump gets rid of it, which is good. That's why I'm always like, what the fuck is going on with this fucking guy? He does some good things and so, but I'm telling you guys, watch out for that fucking or if you guys say something bad about Israel or the Jewish people, you're gonna get locked up. Locked up. Boy, eh? Oh boy. Where did we end up off on this? Because it's almost been an hour, but I want to. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one here. But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Well, I'm not going out on old wives' fables because wives' fables have taken over the world. They tell a story of a bubblegum Jesus who wants them to just sit there and wait. Let the world crumble around, but minister to the world, right? That does not mean fucking go find some homosexuals and fucking annoy the piss out of them and tee hee and ha ha on the fucking internet. Like, No, inspire people, bring them to fucking God. Let them determine what they are through God. That's judging. If somebody's not hurting somebody and you go around judging them, that's between them and God. And all you can do is hope that they come to God and then they get to make that decision themselves. Because when they're with God, they will own and operate their own brains. Oh, Captain Midnight's got to come in with the USA, 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 as always. Hey, yeah. What do you guys want to conquer today, eh? Now that we know that Greenland is on the list, Canada, you want to financially cripple and make your 51st state? uh, Trump Gaza, and, well, mineral rights in Ukraine. What are we going to take over next? What can we do? Should we just take over Iran now that they found that weapons of mass destruction? Hey, are you buying into the bit, Mr. American? 720, 747 American Patriot boy. Well, keep being patriotic to your country and I'll keep following my daddy there, bitch. Hey, buddy, where do you think you end up and where do you think I end up? Well, like I said, Captain Midnight, I wouldn't want to be in the lineup that protected pedos. Get your shit together, Captain Midnight, and wake the fuck up and start seeing what's right in front of your face. Well, let's go on to the next one. Remember, this is to a good servant of Christ Jesus. For bodily exercise prolifts little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. Thy kingdom come. My will. It will come. Hey, Captain Midnight, I want the kingdom of God because I see the devil's kingdom and she sucks. She's shitty, baby. She protects pedos. You little devils. Hey, little minions of Satan. Not even realizing it because you're zombies. Wake up, Captain Midnight. There is no America. It's the evil empire. And you're a part of it because you support it. And well, if you support it, you can't go to God. Go, go, go. That's like going, Canada, Canada, Canada. Carl moved to Thailand. We need 2.0. Hey, I'd love to go to Thailand. uh, oh. I've always wanted. Actually, I was trying to talk a buddy into going there for disc golf. They have disc golf course there. A couple of them, I guess. But to move to Thailand, I don't know about that. I'd have to visit first before you might want to dip your foot somewhere first before you make a full commitment to move with me. But hey, yeah, I'd love to go visit there. Bird might as well be on the MF. What are you talking about? Bird might as well be on the MFs. I don't know what you're talking about bird for over here. Because bird is not the word over here, okay? Jesus is the word. The truth is the word. You know what I mean? They substitute each other, I think. I don't think God would be mad for me doing that, right? saying Jesus, you could substitute with the truth. The logos, everything comes from the logos. Oh, my granddaughter. She's a bear. Is she walking? She's still got that, that baby bull leg at you when they first start walking, where they don't really move their knees. It's just, that's so cute. I gotta, that's why I gotta fucking do this. I am not gonna let Satan fucking destroy this child because there's a lot of shit going against it already. No fucking way. I will not stop. Kill me, motherfuckers. Take me out. That's worth it. Because he puts a smile on Papa's face. There's still hope for her. You know what I mean? If we can change, maybe there's hope for all of us. Drop bubblegum Jesus. And anybody who doesn't want to get with Jesus, let's all try and figure out what the truth is together. You know what I mean? Let's find out if Jesus is just one big lie. But we have to admit that, well, Jesus is the great character ever created in the world, right? Because that would have been what led us to the truth. Even if the truth wasn't Jesus, it would have been Jesus who led us to the truth. I don't think that that happened. That was strong connection. I believe in him wholeheartedly. But remember, you can substitute Jesus for truth, and it still works the same. Let's see, breakfast. Um, two coffees and some cigarettes. Not very Mashiach-ish, eh? Like we said, like it says, the Mashiach's in bad health, bad health right now. For bodily exercise, he's little. Okay, so you can be as buff and jacked, and you can look the part, but hey, it's what's inside that counts. And in order to find that, you got to go inside. And well, Carl Jung called that. Well, they call it going through the dark night of the soul. Michael Della Rocha has got a different interpretation of the next Dark Night of the Soul. I'll tell you that. His interpret. I can give you a blow by blow of mine with fucking receipts. Just handing them out, Kurt. Receipts. Carl drinks mold happily. He's a big fan of spores. Kurt, I'm in love with Jesus, bud. I don't care what you think. I do everything for God, bud. Don't you want to find out what made all of this? Like, doesn't that not intrigue you like a little bit? Like, does hanging out, I'm gonna tell you, bud. I got a shrine in my fucking bedroom right now, and I'm not liking her, bud. Not at all. I got a Taylor Swift shrine in my bedroom right now. She's probably worth 20 grand, bud. She's a good one. How's Upchurch gonna do in the Great Awakening, bud? I hope he wakes up. It's gonna be a nightmare for a while for him, right? But then again, hey, I could have really helped him. I could have said, "Hey, bud, it's no wonder you're all fucked up. Like, look at your parents. Look at your aunt. Your fucking cousins out there trying to kill people. Like, look, Deerdorf, he doesn't even want to give you the credit. Everything's on him. Like, fuck, dude. Like, come on, you got to surround yourself with some better people, bro. Like, you can't elevate yourself like you say you are, hanging out with dimwits. And well, I don't know. Brandon Luce goes out and fucks his mom, okay? But that's not my kind of manager. Just saying. Wow, manager, best friend. I don't know. Where I come from, your friends don't fuck your mom. And if they do, they're probably not your friends anymore. Hey, bud, really. Then I had Matt wearing love. Whatever, eh? Whatever, Kurt. You should worry about Carl. Hey, bud. Hey, listen, if that son of a bitch just would have told me he wasn't chosen, we wouldn't have had a fucking problem here now, would we, bud? It's a little too late for Upchurch to back out of what he created now, and it's a little too fucking late for you too, Buck Chow. You're gonna have to face your own fucking issues too, dude. Like, you're gonna have to come to terms with you should not ever worship a man. That should never happen. I know, Kurt, you're gonna sit there and tell yourself, I don't worship him. Well, bud, go take a look in your room and you'll be mesmerized by all you Who do you want us to attack now, up church? Hey, bud, I did a short. I stole from you. Stole some audio, bud. It was you were calling Dagburn a lying piece of shit. And I stole a clipper from her. Well, it's Dagburn asking for Ismic's boobies or sending his boobies to Ismic or something. It was some funny shit, though. Let me tell you, but I need that clip. I'm surprised Ismic never commented on it. I guess he didn't have anything witty to say. Usually Ismic's got something. But hey, imagine believing there was a big bang and that's how everything was created. Well, that's the thing. Maybe it was a big bang, though, Whitney. That's the thing. But you can ask yourself, what caused that big bang? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, it's, to me, something created us. And to think otherwise is silly. But if you want to think something else, I'm not going to go after you and make fun of you or anything like that. I'm just going to warn you. The problem I have is that people that talk about Jesus Christ and they're manipulating minds and like, if you don't believe, you don't believe. I'll always be here if you want to talk, but it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Oh, that's the thing. Like, we don't know. That's the thing. We just never know. But we could be wrong. We don't know, but again, something happened something created us, created all of this, right? Like, there's something. Like, I can't. No, it's got the thing on it. I just read off of it. You are attaboy, Carl. No, I don't want an attaboy, bud. I've never been an attention seeker there, brother. Not really, you know what I mean? You can go in my past and you can see. What I used to use Facebook for was uh for family trips and stuff like that, or when I went on my disc golf or I went to UFC just to have memories because my wife used to always tag me too, so it would come up in my memories and I could say, "Hey," and that's basically what I used it for. I wasn't even like a real Facebook guy. I don't know. There should be that green one somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. Jesus is mad at you, Carl. Well, do you think he's mad at me or do you think he's mad at you, Kurt? Like, you let me know what I'm doing wrong that you think Jesus would be mad at me for, because I can give you a whole list of it. You worship a man that's not a good man. He's not a good man. And you freak squatters, not all of yous, but a lot, a big chunk are not good people. You don't care what others have to say. As long as your master tells you what to do, that's what you're gonna do. You don't care what others have to say. Because I'll tell you, even Johnny Dagburn's right about you people sometimes. You know what I mean? But then again, who caused that? Johnny Dagburn's got to look at himself. But instead, what does he do? What does he do, Kurt? Oh, you guys all use me for fame. I'm famous, bitch. You guys all use me for fame. The exact same thing he did to fucking Upchurch. What kind of fucking hypocritical fucking loser does that right out in a crowd? Hey guys, you're trying to use me for fame. And to think that he's famous, he ain't seen nothing yet, Kurt. The fame that he's gonna get is gonna be astronomical. There's never gonna have been someone like Johnny Dagburn before. Kurt, you're gonna join him, buddy. God's real, and well, you've reeled yourself into a whole bunch of stupidity, bud. Oh, I'm out here trying to be fucking a good person, and well, turns out I'm catfishing, eh? Look at all you suckers I caught. Especially you ones acting like you're with God and you're not. Anyways, Captain Curse says I'm boring today. You play disc golf. Shocker. Well, you should talk to me about that sometimes, Whitney, about your being telepathic, your experience. I'll listen to you. Another time alone. Nailed it. You play disc golf, Carl? Yeah, bud. I did competitively. I was a professional, baby. And did I suck? I was doing some growing pains, and then work took my fucking my disc golf away from me. But I'll tell you. So bad. There's like really bad growing pains in there's like level kind of thing. You know what I mean? In disc golf. So basically, I started out amateur, right? Because that's what you do, dude, right? Well, you can only win so many times before you start feeling bad because you actually win product. You don't win cash or anything, but you win product. And it's pretty you don't want to do that too many times, right? There's like a time where you need to step up because it's embarrassing that you're winning so much, and I'm not trying to be rude. It's like embarrassing, you know what I mean? And everybody knows that you should move up, and because there's people that'll just stay at that level and just fucking win, and never go up to pro, right? But when you take that step up to pro, it's kind of a leap. You gotta go through her for a long time. You're gonna suck compared to the other people, and the problem is you're gonna see the other people excelling, and as you get frustrated with yourself, and it's just, anyways, those are learning lessons, you know what I mean? When you wanna be the best at something, you gotta fucking keep trying, because if you don't try, you'll never get there, right? But anyways, yeah, I used to travel down, where have I been in the States? South Carolina. I've been in South Carolina, Kansas, Michigan, Pittsburgh, Florida. I'm trying to think of where else, but that's you know, Kansas was fun. And again, Captain Kurt said I was boring today. I can't believe your ancestors let this happen, Carl. My ancestors, all of our ancestors let this happen. It's a mess, this world. We just sit there and watch it and let it happen. Weird. Get fired up. Show your passion for the truth. Well, hey, Bob, it's the same thing as having passion for Christ, eh? You know what I mean? Maybe Mel Gibson can call the next one Passion of the Truth. Are you German or British, Carl? Well, that's the thing. My ancestry, I don't really know too well. I do know that, well, Steinhoff would be my mother's maiden name, regardless, because my grandmother adopted, and she was married to a Steinhoff at the time, adopted my well, which would be my grandfather, his brother's child. So we're still kind of Steinhoff there. But on the Smith side of things, it's I don't know. I heard a story from my dad, something about some Schultz, where actually our last name should be Schultz because somebody impregnated somebody and then a Smith took over and the kids took the name and instead of the Schultz and I I don't know. Maybe I'm a Jew. But then again, there's ways to eliminate yourself to being a Jew, and I think I've done that. Or I don't know. I couldn't do that. The ancestors, there's something about if you gotta be and practicing. Like, what is to be a Jew? Like, that's what I question, like, is it just the Jewish faith, or is it, like, an actual herd of people, or like, I don't get it. But then if you don't follow the faith, then you're not a Jew, but if your mother doesn't I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Or did they trick and fool us into thinking Jews were just one color, and we're all colors, eh? If you go all the way back to the Jews. 12 tribes. Do you think there's 12 tribes of white people? Do you think the white people are the master race? Well, the black people, some of them, they think the black race is going to rule the world because Whitey got their turn and now they're going to get their turn to treat Whitey the way that Whitey treated Blackie. And it's going to be a full circle of bullshit. No, there's no chosen color. I don't think so. Everybody's chosen no matter your color. You just got to choose to be chosen. And in order to be chosen, you got to choose the truth. And well, where does the truth lead you to? I think Jesus Christ. But like I said, humanity could come together and see what the truth is. Bye. So yeah, Whitney, I don't to answer your question, I don't really know. German for sure. With a name like, but maybe that's Jewish too. I don't know. I don't know. They used to call me a Jew in school. Like I'd be like, oh, what is the difference between a Jew and a white person, anyways? I don't know. They killed Jesus. Well, these ones didn't. I don't know what you guys got your own buns in a fucking knot for. Well, they don't believe in Jesus. Hey, they were taught to not believe in Jesus, you yin yang. Why do you hate them? Oh, okay. You're a brave woman. So you want people to follow you, Captain Midnight. No, no, no. I want them to follow Christ. You know what I mean? If I can help you get to Christ, I'm more than willing to be an inspiration for you. You know what I mean? A teacher, a guide. But you gotta learn your own lessons, you know what I mean? I'm just here to try and get you through them, you know what I mean? How do you get through your dark side? Because if you're not mentally ready for it, you might end up schizophrenic. You might end up fucking bipolar. You give up on the truth and you want what you want, then look, that's what I think. Because I went through a whole bunch of shit, and I had to get through her. You know what I mean? I was reading messages. I was doing all the bipolar shit. I had voices in my head. Not no more, baby. Just me and God. That's because I'm in Christ. That's the only way. You know what I mean? But Captain Kirk. I spoke to Jesus this morning. He's hitting the gym and he's happy with my movement. We just talked about that, Kurt. Hey, bud, you can exercise all you want, bud, but it's your brain that you really have to exercise. That's what you really have to take over. And well, you're working the wrong muscles, buddy. Get your shit together. Come on, Kurt. You got to know this stuff. Your spiritual guide there and fucking Upchurch Lane, he should be teaching you this shit, but he's really not. Ask Upchurch how you live forever, right? Did you ask him about that course? What brain course he took there? Fucking Kurt, right? Those are his words, not mine, buddy. Not mine. Like him saying he's chosen. His words, not mine. I just like to believe people. But turns out they're all big fat liars, eh? You bite onto a lie and then you have to pay for it when all you did was buy onto their lie. No, I'm not chosen. No, he wouldn't say that, would he? No, he couldn't say that. No, hey, buddy. I want the elite pedos to run wild on the streets. Hey, don't worry, Kurt. I know he was talking about me. I know he's watched other videos. You can just tell sometimes. It's a special gift. So when he was talking about Canada, why are you Canadians care what's happening over here? And he tried thinking of something he could say witty to put me down, but I think he knew deep down in his heart I was telling the truth, and he didn't want to accept her. But that's like fucking Upchurch. None of those people want to accept the truth. Especially like sometimes people do tell the truth. That's the thing, Kurt. You gotta understand. Like Patty showed a video of Gail saying, I never bothered you the whole time you were going after Ryan. But now that you've come after my son and called him hillbilly, game on. Like, and Brandy can't accept that. That Gail was not there for Upchurch until Billy got involved. Until then, Gail was willing to let Patty do whatever she wanted. She said it basically. And Brandy Day just can't get that through her brain. I tried telling her, I was like, hey, Gail admits it right there. And all of a sudden, oh, Gail was more of a mother to Upchurch than blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, that wasn't the point of the conversation there, Mead. You're getting lost in the delusion there. I don't know if she ever treated Upchurch like a fucking mom. She wasn't there to defend him until her son got fucking name called. But hey, I worship American Jesus comes from Captain Midnight. Well, you go worship Trump all you want, bud. You go worship him all you want, buddy. You have that right. You have that right. You want the golden cow? Go ahead, bud. You let me know on all the things I've ever said about Trump where I'm wrong, because I'd love to know. There's also a lot of things I said I don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. For all we know, Q could be real. He's trying to make it look like an illusion, like he's a narcissistic asshole, but behind the scenes, he's one of God's soldiers. I don't know. But I like to ask the questions, you know what I mean? Ask for receipts when they say things. Shouldn't be that hard, you know what I mean? When you're running a country, you should be able to back your yipper up. But we don't make anybody back their stuff up. They can just tell us whatever they want, and we comply. Anyways, I'm gonna go hour and a half. Holy crap a doodle. I've had a great gang in here today. I think maybe it was Whitney that lifted me up. Had some questions and stuff like that. And well, anyways, everybody have a good day. And I'll probably be back later.